Today, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed with the temptation to choose violence, which usually means I need to clean everything. So that's what I'm gonna do in this vlog. I'm going to clean every part of my life, and hopefully it'll be satisfying to watch. Let's go make our to-do list.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now, there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within.
Today I woke up in a funk. I woke up and immediately thought about everybody who has ever wronged me. I didn't want to see anyone. I was mad at everyone that I thought about. I started this morning by recording a podcast episode with my sister Maddie. I joked with her that this episode would be interesting because I am choosing violence today. She laughed and asked me why I was choosing violence, to which I replied, I just hate everybody. Of course I was half joking and giggled aloud at the ridiculousness of what I had said. She asked me why I hated everybody. I shrugged and I said, I don't know. Honestly, my room is messy and that literally might be why. She laughed and was like, honestly, that's so relatable. I told her that I had gotten a little bit behind on my laundry. My room was untidy and I had been meaning to clean some mold out of my shower. I thought about my car that I literally haven't properly cleaned in a year. I thought about the fact that no one around me had done anything to make me feel mad, yet anger had brewed in my stomach. I said to Maddie, I think I'm just mad at myself. This feeling was nothing tragic. Like I said, I was only a little bit behind on most of my chores. But I've always been very sensitive to my surroundings. The difference between a good day and a bad day has often been the state of my house. Recently, I heard this saying for the first time. If you hate everybody, eat. If you think everybody hates you, sleep. I think I'd like to change the first line to, if you hate everybody, clean. I wish I could say that my love of perfectly cozy spaces keeps me motivated to stay on top of my cleaning, and sometimes I am pretty good at it, but I tend to be an all or nothing sort of person. In my head, if there are 2 pieces of clothing on the floor, it's over. The perfectly pristine bedroom has gone out the window, so I may as well throw the next thing I take off on the floor too. If there's 1 glob of conditioner on the shower door, I may as well stick all the wet hair that falls out onto the glass too. If there are 2 dirty dishes in the sink from breakfast, I may as well not clean my lunch dishes either. My space stays perfectly tidy until it doesn't. And once it's not perfect, it's a slippery slope. I live in ignorance for a while, and then I'll have a morning like this one, where I learn the same lesson I've learned a million times again. A cluttered space is a cluttered mind. Sometimes reaching that realization is followed by more self-hatred, where I ask myself, Phoebe, why are you so incapable of being on top of your cleaning like a functioning adult when you know it affects you this much? You claim to love homemaking and you can't even do the bare minimum. Sometimes, though, the realization is followed by self-soothing and a deep breath. It's okay, Phoebe. Pretty much everyone in the world struggles with this. You created a beautiful home for yourself, and cleaning it will feel so good. Luckily today, it was the latter. No matter which one it is, though, no matter if I'm cleaning while mentally punishing myself or cleaning with soft jazz and a warm heart, I feel a hell of a lot better about myself when the day is done. If you can figure out a perfect cleaning routine and a way to stick to it all the time, good on you. If you can figure out how to never beat yourself up when you do fall behind, good on you. If you can figure out how to never have a day filled with unreasonable irritability, good on you, truly. But for all of you out there who are like me, who are sometimes on top of their shit and sometimes not, who sometimes beat themselves up and sometimes self-soothe, who are sometimes warm and even-keeled and sometimes cranky for no reason, just know that it's really okay. It really is. When you're annoyed at yourself, the last thing you need is to feel guilty about the fact that you're annoyed at yourself. When you're pissed at yourself for falling behind on your chores, the last thing you need is to add, figure out how to never be mad at myself onto your to-do list. Emotions are big and hard sometimes. Adding guilt into the mix, guilt for those emotions, is not helpful. I'm not saying we shouldn't strive to be kind to ourselves. I'm just saying, in a world where we're often told to give ourselves a break, maybe the break we need is a break from trying to solve hard emotions. A break from trying to become the most enlightened, actualized versions of ourselves all the time. Maybe the break we need involves letting ourselves notice our anger or annoyance, sit with them, and then get lost in some activity that will probably distract us from them anyway. I've read a lot of self-help books in my day, and I'm not going to be one of those people who talk shit on them, but I will say this. After soaking up all of the diverse wisdom that they have to offer, I kind of ended up in a place where I didn't know which one to listen to. When I'm thinking about something that causes me to feel intense negative emotion, do I try to reach for a better feeling thought so that I'm not manifesting more negative emotion? Or do I journal and go to therapy and talk all about that negative emotion to try to wrestle it to the ground? When someone actually does wrong me in a big way, do I view it as part of my journey that I manifested and quietly work through it on my own? Or do I set rigid boundaries and communicate to that person all the ways that they, frankly, suck? When I'm overwhelmed and mad at myself, do I give myself a get on top of your shit pep talk? Or do I watch an episode of Friends and eat a chocolate chip muffin? Maybe the answer is different for every situation, and maybe I would have had perfectly fine intuition about it before I started searching for one right answer. I'm learning to trust my own internal guidance system. The fact that all of these wise writers don't agree on the secret of life must just mean that there is no one right way to navigate emotions. And ever since accepting that fact, ever since I started to allow myself to be mad at myself sometimes and self-soothe other times, ever since I allowed myself to feel negative emotions sometimes and push it away other times, the more peaceful my baseline has been. To quote the Indigo Girls, the less I seek my source for some definitive, the closer I am to fine.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by, it doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew, my will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately, the other ring.
Feelings are beautiful and challenging and confusing and weird. But I'll tell you one thing. When you end your day with a creamy chai latte in your favorite mug, lounging on your clean sheets with a cozy book and only the warm light of a lamp, it is very, very hard to choose violence.
Hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone.